Alright, what's up everyone? It is Jalino here, and we're back with the Ana Positioning Guide series, which we will be always continuing, since this is one of my favorite series to do because it highlights the core essence of Ana, which is positioning. And Ana not only requires good positioning, but she also requires an astounding amount of awareness. Probably one of the major characters that you need awareness with. And we're going to explain the good spots for Ana on Hollywood for both attack and defense, and we're gonna start here with the first thing that you can do starting off. So obviously you're gonna be pushing with your team when you come out of this gate. You're gonna be going here, right? You're playing aggressive, you're healing. One thing you can do on this map is actually throw an early nade, so I'll show you here real quick. What you want to do is you stand here on this very corner. You aim up on this palm tree. You aim your crosshair to the furthest leaf like this. You want to be standing, by the way, don't crouch. Like that. And then you put your crosshair down until the left diamond of your scope reaches the bottom of the tree. So I'm going to screenshot right here for you guys, so for reference. Now, we'll just throw away, and that is going to land where Orisa would hold her shield, which would be right there. So that, boom, explosion here. You're gonna anti their team, and your allies can play aggressive. Another nice nade is if you're pushing up with your team and you're going left. Obviously, you go here or here. But before you commit with your team and go here, if you have divers, it's really good to do this. You position yourself like going up, right? And then you put your crosshair here, and then you throw the nade. And that's gonna land in the cafe area. And then your tanks can dive the cafe area. So, just a quick nade that will help divers or Genjis or whatever. It's a good nade against Bastion setups too, but if they have Orisa shield, your nade's gonna get blocked. So keep that in mind. But it's a good nade to throw from here onto this pillar, throw the nade, it's gonna get high ground. So those are the common spots. Eventually you're gonna be, be on the point and play aggressively, but you're not gonna be on the point as Ana. Your team's gonna be on point. You can heal them from here. Good spot right here. Common spot. You have cover and all that. They could dive you from here, so you want to be careful from this side, but once you get like 4 of them, 3 of them, you've already kind of won the fight. You just have to be careful to not die and stay alive to heal your team. So that's what's going to happen mostly. Playing back here is okay-ish, because they can still kind of dive you and play aggressive on you. So you have to keep that in mind. If they have snipers like Widow, Ashe, they're probably going to be high ground here, so you want to watch out for that. So a good nade to get rid of the high ground, if you go in this little tree here, right into the corner, aim on the very top of this, and then throw your nade. Just like that. That's gonna hit high ground, and that will force them off high ground. So it's a good nade if they have widows and stuff like that. So if you press tab and you see they have widow or Ashe, chances are they're gonna be there. So you can just throw a nade and get them off that area, just like that, and they will be off, and you can play aggressive with that. If they have Orisa and stuff, you can do the nade where you hit them here. And if they hold top right, if they hold top right, you go here and throw the nade that I... Sorry. You do this nade here where you aim right there. And then you toss away, and that's going to land cafe. And that's going to anti them right there. So after you capture the payload and everything, you're going to sit in this little bush here. In the very corner, you're going to aim like this, and you're going to aim on this bump. So there's 4 bumps, right? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to land on this bump, okay? And then you're just going to toss away, and that's going to land over the high ground area at their side. So as you can see, it went over, and boom. It's going to hit basically on this high ground here. This one, where Zen might go, Ana, Widow, Ashe. So it basically will force them off high ground, and you could potentially get a kill because this door will open after you capture the payload. So you can throw the nade, then tap them once, tap them twice, the nade will land, they die. I've seen this happen a lot, and I've seen ML7 actually do that as well. It's a common, well-known nade on Hollywood, and it really gets stuff done. So just once again, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the one you want to go to. Aim at the top of it, throw the nade. That's going to go over this roof, and then it's going to land all the way into the high ground where I mentioned where Widow would stand. Alright, so eventually you're going to be pushing now. Right here, you're pushing. You're playing away from line of sight, so you're healing like this. If you need health pack, it's right there. So you're healing like this. You stay behind your team. You heal them. It's pretty common here that you don't have any options. I mean, you have this for cover, so you can heal them like this. And you want to be careful a little bit from behind you as well. But you're healing. From the payload, you can get up here. Like, because the limousine's high ground enough that you can actually just, like, get up there. But once the payload comes here, you can actually do that. Basically, you can't get up here on the haystacks. You would not be able to get from here to here, necessarily. So, you can't do that. But you can do it with the payload, since the payload's elevated high enough for you to get up there. So you can take that position and like do something with that. Maybe high ground, you can get a position to sleep someone up there because you went up here. Eventually you're going to be here, and when you go here, I think it's a really good spot to hold here because there's a medkit, and you can heal them like this, and then you can jump up here as well and heal them like that. But you want to be careful you don't get headshotted, so make sure if you see a Widow, drop down quickly, take the health pack, go back, peek right, be unpredictable, high ground, quick scope jump, heal like this, high ground. So you'd be in a good you have to be like kind of unpredictable if you're getting targeted. If you are not getting targeted, you can just safely, you know, heal like this. But you have to keep an eye out, right? You want to see, are they going to be on the roof of the jail cell and try to snipe me? Are they going to dive me? Are they going to maybe Sombra hack me? Is Tracer going to go for the right flank here and go behind me and kill me? These are things you have to pay attention to. That's why when the beginning of this video I mentioned that you need a lot of good awareness with Ana, because you're not doing one thing only. You're not just healing the team. You're not just healing this guy that's about to die. You're also, as you're healing, in the back of your head, you're thinking, okay, is Tracer gonna dive me? Is someone gonna take high ground? So my eyes are here, but my eyes are also here. So I'm healing here, but I'm looking up there. Like I'm healing and healing. I look there every few seconds. Make sure. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like you don't actually move your eyes there. It's like you're just aware. Like I'm looking here. You know. Here, I'll give a better explanation. You know when you're eating a cake in Starbucks and you know this guy's staring at you, right? But you're not really looking at him. You just kind of, you're eating the cake, but you know he's looking at you. It's that sense. It's that sense you have. It's like you're looking straight, but you feel like he's looking at you and you know he is. But it's like that. You're doing this, you have a feeling the Ash is there. You have a... maybe I'm diving too deep with this, but you get what I'm saying, right? You have a feeling that she's there, and you know she's looking at you. So you take cover immediately, and you try to take high ground maybe and tap her once and tell your team that she's up there. But yeah, you just want to watch out for this flank here, because it's common for Tracers to go here, and then hit Ana's or Zen players here. You could go here if you want, but here you're a little bit more open. When the payload turns around the curve, then you can start walking up a bit more and like be closer because you're about to win it. And if you kill multiple of them, you should be good. If you get to this point here, you can use this medkit. So if you are getting dived, you can just hop jail cell, take this, nade, and obviously you want to nade first and then take it. This amplifies the healing of the medkit, if you are low enough, that is. If you're not low enough, then don't worry about that. Then you're gonna push this, right? You're gonna enter the third point here. Now a lot of the times people spawn here and they get trapped. They're like, oh shit, I'm on this side. I have to walk through here to actually exit. So if you see them here, try to go for a sleep. If you know that they are there when they respawn. So you can get an easy kill here because their position would be really bad. That most people die here. Like honestly, if you spawn here and you've already taken checkpoint 2, most people die here. So be aware of that and play aggressively on that like information to like force them out of here and just kill them easily. and you can easily throw a nade here, so they don't get the medkit. So obviously the first thing they want to do is grab the medkit, right? If you anti them, they can't do that. So if you see them coming in like this, you can anti this doorway, anti them, and they think, oh shit, I want to grab the medkit, I can't, I'm antied. So keep that in mind. Careful with the high ground users here. You always want to know if they have snipers, if they're going to go up there or not. So you want to stay away from their line of sight as much as you can. So a good way to avoid line of sight is actually hold here and heal like this. Because you have no threat here anymore, right? They're not going to spawn here anymore. So you are safe to actually like heal like this. What I don't recommend is you go this path. You go all the way here. And then all the way here. Through all this, and now you're here. Why this is bad? Because the time it takes you to go from there to there, your team can die. You can't heal them through this wall, right? If they're in trouble, it's your fault, because you shouldn't have been running this way to get like a position there safely. That's dumb. So you really, max thing that you can do is stay here and heal like this in a safe position, and stay here. Also another good spot, both good spots by the way. If you have threat here, you can move here and you'd be in cover away from that threat over there. But you just have to be aware of this situation here and tell your team to get them away from there, so you can. So like if you stand here, this person can't see you properly, but they have to be forced off because this is a very chokehold position to heal if there's someone holding here like a sniper. So they have to be forced off. So like, see, I can't even peek much here because if I do, he will see me and then I get headshot. So you want to force them off here if they have like a sniper trying to snipe you. If they do have a sniper here, you can use this pillar as well. You can hide behind this pillar and heal like this, no scoping. You don't want to hold scope here, by the way, because you're an easy target. You can easily get sniped from this direction. And it's not really good, like, to hold scope in this kind of range anyway, because not only does it make you tunnel vision, but it also lowers your awareness level because you're scoping for too long. Quick little nade I can teach you here. Use these two pillars here as a reference of your nade. So if I throw a nade like this, it's gonna land here. A common spot for healers to land here, and a common spot for when they exit spawn gate. So if you're behind cover here, just aim anywhere in the middle of this. I like to maybe aim here since it's more towards, you know, the stairs on the left to where they come out. You can easily like anti a group of people like this, or anti their healers. You can even aim a bit more up if you want, and that's gonna land further, not on the stairs, but further behind the stairs. So these two pillars, use those as a reference to your nade. It can be anywhere here really. High up to the left, it's gonna land like this. See that? So like these two are good references of your nade and where to throw them, so you can get like a big anti-group or something like that. So at this point, you're going to be healing like this, behind this cover here. You're going to be healing. Watch out for left flank. There's a medkit here for you to use if you do get dived or something and you want to quickly get to it. Just jump from here to here. Don't go up the stairs, it takes longer. You can just run like this. You can also get up on the ball and jump. But yeah, you want to be like quickly like that. See that? That also helps to jump on the ball, quickly get to the medkit if you're in a bad situation where you're getting hard dived or something. But most of the time you're going to be healing like this. Eventually you're going to be pushing up forward, you're going to be taking the health pack here, making use of that, healing like this. At this point you don't have many options like as Ana positioning wise. You're just going to be healing from here. You watch out for the right. This is the most dangerous spot. This is where most Ana players die actually. This spot here, right flank, because they try to hit their backline, so they easily go from here to here and they can get you from here. You can also die from high ground. If someone decides, hey, I'm gonna drop on the Ana, they can totally do that. So being here is dangerous, but it's safe if your team has killed enough players to the point where they can't really pressure you well enough and your team can peel for you easily. So just make sure that you have a team that peels for you really. I know it's solo queue and you can't always have peelers all the time because sometimes they don't care about you as Ana, even though they should in a situation like this. But Yeah, they should peel for you if you're gonna push up here and they have 3 enemies dead or something. They should peel for you in the back. Baptiste lamp, whatever. Uh, if you're really in trouble and you're really worried, just grab the health pack. So from here, I'm getting dived. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Do this. Jump up. Help me, team. Help me, team. Help me, team. You have to hug them at this point because they've overtaken your position. You can't stay in a position where they're diving you. You can't. So you have to just run to your team and nade with your team, and you have to hug them. You have no choice because no one's peeling for you in the back. So what do you have to do? You have to run to them so they can peel for you better. So that's the idea, really. Sometimes if they don't peel for you in the back, you have to just run in their face and use their big hitbox as cover. Literally use Reinhardt's body as cover. You just jump around the Rein. He's chasing you, he's hitting you still, it's fine. He's gonna hit Reinhardt and Reinhardt's gonna hit him back. So you just, like Ryan standing here, I just jump around him. Oh, he goes here, the enemy's here, it's okay, I go here. He goes here, he goes to the right, I jump here. And I'm behind the Ryan this way. He's always gonna hit Ryan because his body's bigger than yours. So just use his hitbox or whatever tank you're playing with. So really that's pretty much it for attack. Now we're gonna be talking about defense. So when you're defending, the first thing you can do, hog this corner as much as you can here. So it's not like the other corners because it can slide off like that. See, so you want to be like as much to the corner as you can. You look up, you stand up, you don't move, you aim, and then you see the number 1 on my ammo. See how it's literally the tip of the number 1 at the very top is touching that pillar. I'm gonna put a screenshot for you so you can, for reference. And then you're gonna throw the nade just like that. So, boom. And that will land right at their gate. So, just like that. See that? Beautiful. That's a good way to get a big anti on a group as they're coming out for like quick ult charges. So a pretty helpful nade to start off with. So that's why I recommend the first thing you do on defense. Eventually you're going to be backing up and you're going to be playing. This is pretty much the only spot you can play as Ana, and it's right here. You be peeking like that and healing like that. Now the reason that you want to be here is because you can make use of not only the health pack, but it's the only good position to be in. Because the other positions are way too open or way too dangerous to be in. Even up here. Up here if they have sniper and you get one tap before the game even starts, really bad. Especially since you're the healer and they lose you in the beginning. It's just really bad for you. So I would recommend playing here, and if you have a Sombra, she can hack this. And you can use it multiple times because it's hacked. So Sombra Ana is really good on point A because of that reason. Because you can use the health pack multiple times. So you're really just going to be healing like that. And you're going to be alerting your team if there's anyone peeking here. And you can try to go for a sleep, or you can anti there. And you're going to be healing like that. You'll see them if they go to the right over here to the diving, like they're diving the back line. You should take high ground. Here's what you can do. You can take high ground and drop from here and heal like this. This is saying if there's like 6 people here, because if they'd come main, like you can get tapped here. So that would be pretty bad. You could go here also and heal your team like this. You can still get dived. There's a health pack here if you get dived too deep. This spot can work if they're all diving there because you're distancing yourself from them, right? It makes sense because you're healing them like this, and eventually if they push too deep, they're just gonna go in here and kill you. Like, you're just dead, right? Sometimes you can't hold here for too long as Ana if they just dive you. Your team has to peel for you. If they're diving here, they're entering your house, right? They're entering your safe zone, right? Your team has to peel for you if they come here. If they ignore you, you're not going to make it. Because all you have is this, and you have a nade, and if they have like a hog doing this stuff to you, you're not. What are you going to do to hog? You have to sleep the hog as well. If there's multiple people diving you, it's going to be an issue. So you can't stay here for too long because you're mitigating your line of sight by a lot by staying here. Because look, this is your line of sight. Here, that's it. And you move in it. and you heal like this, and you heal like that. And if you have to peek out the heal, you can get hooked here. So it's like, oh, if your team's playing here 2 back, you have to like do this, and you have to go here and heal them like that. Here would be safer than peeking out and scoping, so you would heal like this. This can work. I'm not saying it won't work. I've done it maybe a few times. But I feel like if you play either high ground or left side here or here is safer for you as Ana. You just want to be careful high ground here, because if they take high ground here, they can kill you. Here would be okay, because sometimes they just ignore you. They just kind of run here and they shoot. They don't realize there's an Ana here healing, right? It happens. But if you hold down scope and shoot, they're gonna see the bullet tracer, and if you're in high diamond or something, they're gonna notice that and they're coming for your ass. So be careful with that. So really, the only good positions I can give you, like here, I would say it's a 7 out of 10 safety position. It's still not safe. There's nowhere safe, really. But this can work if they're all 6 of them there, and you know it. You know there's 6 of them. You can hold here. It's possible. Because they're going to be fighting like this, and you can heal like this. And you're safe, because they have no flankers, and all 6 of them here. Symmetra players do this a lot. Like, they TP to the left, and they just all go 6 of them. Can work, can happen, can work for you to be here if there's 6 diving. If they have flanker or something, your only real position is here, really, and make use of the mech kit. That's your safety thing. High ground can work. Not always. Here can work, not always. So really, 2 good spots, I would say here and here. Here you can play towards low ground and heal, or high ground. Now high ground's actually not bad here. You have a lot of line of sight on this area. I'll just patiently wait for this elevator here. So you take the elevator, and here is a great spot because you have a lot of line of sight. So you can use this as cover, and you can heal like this. And you can get an anti as well. Boom. Just like that. Get a good anti, heal them from here. Your problem here, if they have snipers. So be careful with snipers here, because they'll just one-tap you because you're peeking a lot. But this is a common spot for Ana, Zen, Widow, Ashe, snipers generally, and long range like stuff, Discord for Zen and stuff. It's okay because there's cover here you can make use of, and you can heal like that. If they take high ground here, I would not recommend you stay here, and I would recommend you try to drop down as fast as you can. You can heal like this from this spot, because you'd be avoiding low ground line of sight, but your high ground, you're always going to be vulnerable. So you got to try to get them off high ground. Your team has to try to get them off high ground. So you'll be healing like this. Alright. So you'll be healing like that. Eventually you're going to be dropping down here, and you're going to play behind this box. And you're going to be healing behind box. Like that. They might scope you here, so you have to be careful. So if they do come here, you play like this. And you tell your team, there's a sniper here. Get rid of him. So you can go back here safely without the threat of him there if they kill him. So box, jail cell can work because there's a health pack and you can heal them from jail cell. But generally this isn't always safe because they can enter through here. They can just flank from here. They go like this. They go around, or just straight like... If they go straight like this though, they get seen. So most of them will go in the back and just get you here. So watch out for that. The most common spot here for Ashe, Ana, sorry. So you play behind the garbage bag and you heal like this. Alright, and you can jump, quick scope. Right? Play behind box, heal like this. That can work. Eventually, if they're here, you gotta try to win the fight. You're gonna be too close. If you stay here, you're in the open and you can get dived by their high ground. Genjis love to dive you here. Winstons love to dive you here. So if you do get dived, you either run to your team or you run for the mega health pack. That's your 2 options if you get dived, if you're playing from this side. But here it's dangerous because they can literally just kill you here. So I wouldn't recommend generally this area if you're defending. I would recommend just being with your team in this situation and just healing them like this. You do have this garbage bag and the wooden crate that will block your line of sight, but it also covers you. So you have to use that cover. Not much options here for Ana, really. Too open here, blockage of line of sight, but it provides cover. Yeah, you don't really want to play on this side too much because you can get flanked easily here, so easily. Like the first thing they see when they come out of this corner is, oh, Ana, die, 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 die. That's it. So not ideal. Here is safer. This is if they have flankers, by the way. You have to always keep in mind what their comp is. They can also take high ground, Ashe, Widow, Ashe, or whatever. Can go high ground here and just see you here standing. So you have to always see their comp, what they have, and how they can threaten you. What they can do that would like potentially kill you. So you could be healing like that mainly. Behind that cover and around this doorway. Eventually you're going to be pushed out, and I would not recommend any place behind rocket ship here. This is 100% death for you. Never be here, never be here. Never be here. Never be here. If you spawn here, you're cucked because you have to run. Like if you spawn here and they've already pushed, you have to run to the right. Just nade yourself, try to grab the health pack, and just run back to your team because that's the only way to escape. But you have to escape immediately. So if you're staggered around here, just shooting, and you're still alive, just forget it. You have a big chance of dying. So just make sure you regroup with your team. But regroup with your team by running back, not straight through. So if you're going to retreat, you don't want to be retreating like this. Alright, because if you go straight through a line like this, look how much time you're open. And look how easily they can kill you. The doors are going to open. You're going to die. It's safer. It's faster to go from here to here. It's faster. But it's a lot easier for you to die. And it's just, if you're ever in this situation, it's always bad. Because running here is dangerous, and running all the way there takes a bit longer, but you get closer to the medkit safely when they see you. If they know you're there 100%, they're obviously going to know you're going to come out of there. So you're probably going to die if it's too late for you. So you have to be quick and reposition quickly before these doors open, before they capture payload, all that stuff, or just die on point so you can reset with your team. So be careful you don't get staggered. Very important actually, because you have low mobility and you can't really navigate this area quickly. Eventually you're going to be going here. This is your main healing position for this next spot when the payload keeps going. The only good spot really is here. Right? Snipers here, be careful, play behind box like this. Tell your team tell your team that push her out of there. She can't be there. Widow, Ashe, whatever. And then you're just going to be healing like this. You can use this pillar if they have a sniper up here. You can use this pillar and play like this. I would recommend this pillar more than this box, to be honest, because it's more cover and you're safe from snipers a little bit. If you play more to the right side, don't play left side because you peek yourself to sniper. If you play right side, you have good line of sight here and everything. If your team pushes too deep, you don't necessarily have to be like, hey guys, wait for me, I need to heal you, I need to heal you. You don't necessarily have to do that unless they killed like 4 people and stuff. But yeah, if they push up too deep, you need to tell them to back up a bit, and because the thing is, they need to play around you. You don't have to play around them. That's a big important rule for support players, especially Ana. They have to play around you as Ana, especially as Ana. Maybe other healers, it's forgivable because it's different for other healers. Like Mercy, she can fly to people, she has mobility. Moira can fade in, fade out, all that stuff. But you're Ana. They need to play around you, and they need to peel for you, and they need to take care of you so you take care of them. So that's a very important rule. So you'll be healing like this, you'll be sleeping like this if they dive you. Use this pillar. That's pretty much it. That's really it. If you get dived here, health pack right here. That's the first thing you'll do if you get dived. You're gonna be running to the health pack, you throw a nade, you grab it as fast as you can to keep yourself alive for enough time for your team to come peel for you. The other thing you can do is just immediately go on the payload and tell your team to help you and just jump around them. Like I explained, use Reinhardt as the hitbox cover and use his hitbox as cover and things like that. So those are your options really on this section. I wouldn't stay behind Van necessarily because it makes flankers easily dive you here from here to here. So if flankers dive you, they have to go from here all the way to here. It's a much longer path for them to take, but you really want to be careful from Winston Genji's diving you here. It's very, very common. But yeah, that's really it for Hollywood. Look at that, VIP. I am indeed the VIP, so I'm gonna do this real quick. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully this has helped you out. Be sure to hit subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of the content if you guys would like to see. I really do appreciate you guys checking out the Ana positioning guides. I hope this has helped out people. This is, I believe, our 10th episode, if I remember correctly. It's probably our 10th one. Feel free to check out the previous episodes for the Ana positioning guides. We have multiple maps, most common maps. And yeah, I wish you guys best of luck with the new season. Get climbing, get dominating. I've pretty much reached my peak this season so far at 3.3k SR, so I'm pretty happy about that, but I'm trying to get masters, man. That's always been my goal. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the arena. Peace out.